Well, Sadiq Khan is now promising to extend the scrappage scheme for all Londoners, amounting to a £2,000 grant for families who have older non-compliant cars to help them replace to a ULEZ compliant one. And you would think that that would soften the blow, as the ULEZ scheme has been extended to the whole of London now, which means drivers pay a whopping £12.50 per day if they don't have a ULEZ compliant car. Well, I managed to speak to a few people in the centre of Uxbridge to hear their thoughts about it.
I feel desperate for the people that can't afford to change their cars, and the scrappage scheme just doesn't really help everybody.
Wrong. It's wrong and it's ridiculous. He's not thinking of the everyday people.
So I can't afford, I have to sell my car now, and I can't afford to buy a new one.
As an overall, sure, you're going to make the country possibly better in the long run, but it's too late to bring that in now. You should have been thinking about that in the 80s and 70s.
Behind the backdrop to this latest announcement is politics. I'm standing on one of the main roads into the commuter town of Uxbridge, and Labour here were tipped to win the July by-elections and they failed. And there's been criticism. In fact, the popularity of the ULEZ scheme, or the lack of it, was the main focus, or one of the main focuses, of the Tories' successful campaign. Well, losing that election has meant that Sadiq Khan has been asked a lot of questions, and he's been asked whether or not he cares about whether his party will do well or not in the future.
What we saw in 2016 and 2021, when I stood to be the mayor and stood again to be the mayor, I stood on a platform of the greenest policies any mayor's ever had, and lo and behold, great results in 2016 and 2021. It's using that power when you win elections to bring about change. I can't think of anything more important than saving lives, protecting children's lungs and tackling the climate emergency.
So one of the important questions that we could ask now and speculate is why the London Mayor has decided to extend that scrappage scheme now, and whether or not it means that Labour will gain more popularity in the future.